Hey guys, welcome back to another Logan's Vlogs and Cars. Today, like I told you in the last video, we're coming back with another car almost 1 year later after the last car review. I do apologize for that. We got the 2021 GMC Yukon XL Denali. Before we dive into this car, let's do a little bit of history for a quick second. So GMC's been out since 1911. Around the same time as Chevy, but Chevy's been around longer. And this car actually came out in 92. It's pretty much a Suburban underneath. The XL is pretty much the Suburban underneath, just like the regular Yukon is the Tahoe underneath. It's pretty much the same car, but their approach with it as the Yukon is it's a little nicer, a little more luxurious. And then obviously the Escalade is the even more luxurious version of this car. So let's just walk around real quick and we'll talk about it. So right up front, we have the massive, beautiful grille with the big GMC logo. Looks super stunning, definitely grabs your eyes, definitely grabs your attention. Another thing that kind of grabs your attention, especially in the right angle, is this beautiful paint, Hunter Metallic. It's like a green flake. If you want to zoom in on it, you can kind of see like the flakes at the certain angles. But as we're moving along the vehicle, you got this 22-inch tire. This comes standard on the Denali version because this is the high end. You actually get two versions, the SLE, the AT4, and this. So there's three trims. Here, as you zoom out, you can see the body lines are very simple, very straightforward, but they're nice looking. They go with the style. Same thing with the hood. Some curves a little bit, but nothing too crazy. It is a family car after all at the end of the day. You got the Denali logo, nice little bit of chrome, not too flashy, but nice. Obviously, you got the power running boards at the bottom. They're all tucked away, but when you need them, they're there. This is where the XL looks different from the Yukon. You got this massive back portion that just extends the car even farther for a lot of storage, which we will show you guys later in a second. And then as you come to the back, you see that we have quad tip exhaust. Yes, so this car actually has a really sporty look, and you guys will hear the sound of it in just a second also as well. It does sound actually pretty glorious. Regular diffuser to a certain extent. Obviously where the license plate is, you got the camera and you got the logo. Yeah, we're not going to show you too much of the license, but we got you the back end. It looks pretty good. If you've seen the Yukon, you're pretty familiarized with it. It's nothing too crazy. But overall, the design is very clean and it looks very nice. But let's hop on the inside and see what it looks like. All right, guys, we are in the Denali. And now you're probably thinking, you're asking yourself, wow, this is a really nice car. How much is it? This one specifically sticks for $85,000. It's a lot of money. Let's see what you get. To the door panels, if you look and observe, you got nice materials, leather, wood, and aluminum trim to give it a high quality feel. Plastic at the bottom, but we'll accept that. You got enough room for a bottle of Coke and maybe some Subway sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to stack up on that food, right? Bose speaker at the bottom looks glorious as well, as you can see. Looks great, phenomenal, perfect. Now, coming to the dashboard, same thing. Got beautiful leather and wood and the metals, and it continues. Plastic at the bottom, but I'm going to ignore it. It could be a zonk, but we're going to ignore it because it's in a place where like your feet are and it gets scratched up. Now to the center, you got this really cool setup with the design. This design of the dashboard comes specifically only for the Denali. The other ones will have the standard interior that you get on the Tahoe and Suburban. But then we come down to this, the 10.2-inch screen, brand new, looks super high tech, futuristic. You got navigation, obviously, if it loads, and you pull it up here. Looks great, really fast, quick to respond, no problems. It works with ease. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are also standard, but you can also use a wire too. So either way, you can pick your poise. And then you come down here, a little gloss black, but it's okay. Not too heavy. It's just the right amount, not too much. And then if you slide this beautiful wood back, you get perfect storage. As you can see, we are using it. But we're gonna close it back up so we got that clean design. That black wood looks wonderful. It is real. And then the center console, I would say go Bucks. Maybe put a football in there, signed by Tom Brady himself. Plenty of room to go around. Got two more cup holders. I know this is for the second row, but I'm still gonna point it out because you got cup holders galore everywhere. Two more, one. You got like 2, 4, 6 cup holders in the front seat alone, which is really nice. It's really a handful. The steering wheel, as you can see, looks really nice. Got the Denali logo. That's only for the Denali. Everything else will say GMC on the logo ends. You got your auto stop start, which we are going to turn off. You got this beautiful, nice, colorful display, a head-up display. I mean, it's nice for what it is. Oh, and then the new thing for 2021 is the push-pull gear. So you got push for park, reverse is pull, N is push, and D is pull as well. And then if you want to tow stuff, you use your low mode and all that stuff. Also, if we come up here, you get a panoramic sunroof. Banga banga bango, we got the rear view camera mirror looking really nice. Nice technology, we love that. That's also new for 2021. Got some more storage down here with some nice leather to keep like your knees looking, you know, comfy and stuff. So anyhow, let me stop rambling. Let's just go to the back seat. Let's see what's up, and then let's go on throttle in a little bit. All right. All right, guys. Now we're into the back seat. The back seat, how does it look? Well, first of all, the panoramic's even more noticeable in the back seat. It makes everything feel more open, nice. You got a lot of leg room. I'm 6'2". You got plenty of knee space. Obviously, you can see we're using storage. There's plenty of storage. You can put a Bible and maybe, you know, learn about Jesus and the loveliness of that. And also maybe race car stuff. Who knows? Whatever you're into. Also, you got nice wood on the doors, just like you do have the front, and the leather, so the quality is continued back here. And then new for 2021 are these cool iPad touchscreens. They're TVs. These are super cool because you can basically plug in a PS4 and play your games, watch TV, all the fun stuff, or even connect your phone wire or wirelessly. It's super cool. Definitely think it's like a cool feature worth having for sure. More cup holders definitely come in this car, so that's super nice to have. 2 more cup holders. Got more door pocket storage on the doors, obviously, on both doors. Even another cup holder on both doors. Super convenient. You get a really cool feature is you get heated seats for both the back seats. That's something I'm not even used to because, yeah, that's you don't see that often, but it's really nice to have. You get a power outlet, an HDMI port, and that's where you plug in the PS4, and that type of stuff comes really in handy. We are going to hop in to the third row real quick. We're gonna make it count. All you do is hit that, hit it one more time, comes up super easy. Now, climbing in, remind y'all I'm 6'2". If I put that headrest up and we get back here, the cool thing about this car is since they got the new chassis setup, the floor is even flatter back here and you get even more space and legs. So for me, I'm 6'2". I got like the same room that you would have if you were like in a Nissan Altima. It's great. You also got some nice padding right here to put your arm on, another cup holder, and a USB-C. So it's really nice back here. You can charge your stuff. You got AC vents, no problem on the ceiling. It's got everything you want for the most part. No sunroof like, you know, the BMWs would have, but it's okay. Get a little claustrophobic at times, but it's not a big deal. It's just because of the dark roof. If you wanted to fix that problem, you just get like a non-dark car like this car is. This has the black. So if you wanted to not do this, that would fix your problem. But anyhow, why don't we go ahead and take a look at the trunk real quick and then let's go on throttle. All right, guys, we are hopping into the trunk to see how much room it has. Sorry about the crap. I do apologize. We actually use this car, if you guys can believe it. But to be fair, it's actually a good example of how much room this trunk has. So you're looking about almost 30 cubic feet of space with the third rows up, which is a lot for an SUV of any kind. You fold down the seats, they're no problem. You got the buttons right here. That gives you even more space. Probably like somewhere around, I'd say 50 something cubic feet of space. And then, well, or 70 something. It's around there. It's just a lot of space. And then the second row, you fold that down, you get about 110 cubic feet of space. So you can put that 100-inch flat screen TV that you buy at Costco. And some other stuff probably because it fits so much. And it's really great to have. So yeah, it's a very practical SUV, and this is why we own this car in specific. But anyhow, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go on throttle and see how this thing feels on the road. All right, guys, we are going on throttle in this 2021 Yukon XL Denali. Right off the bat, first thing you can tell, she gets up and goes pretty well, and I'm not even flooring it. That's the crazy thing. You don't have to floor it for this thing to go. She goes with no problem. Funny thing is, and I forgot to point this out earlier, she has a thing over here, a knob. You can put it in the sport mode, and she's more responsive. And like you can hear, I don't know if you can hear it very well, but the transmission kind of will start like switching gears and going higher, and it starts sounding like a sports car kind of, because it has like a very sports car ratio. And this 10-speed automatic knows when to go. There's no problem when to go. And we're not even going that fast. That's what's crazy. It just, but when you want it to go and you want to get out of someone's way, it doesn't no problem with these. Now, second thing, putting it back in the normal mode, of course. second thing is the Magnum Ride suspension. How does it feel? Feels really nice, especially if you want to compare it to my last review with the pickup truck. It's like worlds different from that GMC truck. That truck is an off-roaded truck, and it's just got a big lift on it. This is stock, so it's obviously different, but not only that, but the Magnum Ride really does dampen the road and makes it feel like a buttery experience, and you really do feel like you're driving a luxury car. It's surprising that this is a GM car because we're used to having GM cars that have like cheap quality and stuff. However, this one feels very solid. Now, there's still some cheap plastic throughout the car, but it's like sprinkled and mostly hidden for the most part, so you don't really notice it as much, and it really does feel like a built car. The door closes solid, the steering wheel feels smooth, the turn signals sound nice, and when you pull out in the middle of the road, you just get up to speed and you catch up with the rest of the traffic, no problem, without even having to throttle the gas like that. Now, if you do want to throttle the gas, this thing will do 0 to 60 in 6 seconds flat, which is really fast considering this car is 6,000 pounds. It's a lot. It is really, truly a heavy car, but it moves out of the way. And the reason it does is because of the 6.2 liter V8, naturally aspirated V8, might I add, with 420 horsepower and 475 pound-feet of torque, which makes the power come on real nicely, and you don't even have to floor like that, like I said. But if you do, she will get up and go faster than, for the most part, an Altima or a Corolla or any of those cars like that. She really does move and you feel it. Now, she's not as fast as, say, a GLS AMG car. Those cars are like 600 horsepower, decked out, insane, but that's a different experience and that's a different review. But this car, she really does feel solid for what it's worth. And another thing too is, like I said, that AMG, not only it's going to be faster, but it's going to be a lot more than this car. But then again, the performance is a lot more, and that's more of a performance car. This is not a performance car. It's a daily car. It's supposed to be luxurious. It's supposed to have the power so you can get out of people's ways and daily drive this car and not worry about lag and power. But it's not a sports car, really. But it does have a transmission that feels very sports car-like when you do put it in sports mode. It's very responsive, very quick. And then even the 10 speed, like in normal mode, like when you're getting up, you can barely hear this thing shift. Barely hear anything shift. You don't even feel it shift. That's what's crazy. It almost feels like an electric car in that regard. Not as smooth as an electric car, obviously, because electric cars have one gear, but it almost feels like the closest you can get to an electric car feel without being an electric car. It's really that nice. But overall, though, I'm not gonna rant too much about this since there are other car reviews. But overall, this is the perfect family car if you need to haul around 8 kids and then some and their stuff alongside of it. So that's really how I'm gonna sum it up. It's just got the great overall usability. It's for people who want a Suburban, but they want something a little nicer than the Suburban, you go with this one. And if you want something even nicer than this, you go with the Cadillacs. But the problem is the Cadillacs are like 30 grand more for a top-end version. So you really do gotta pick your poise when it comes to like what you want for your car. You can either pay 115 grand for a platinum Cadillac, 85 for this, or you could pay 75 for the high country Suburban. But if I'm being honest, at that point you might as well get this because it's only 10 grand more. If you can pay 75 for the Suburban, you could definitely pay 85 for the Denali. And plus the Denali name brand is just so solid, and the reliability of these cars are just impeccable. We've had a Suburban and a Yukon, but not a Denali Yukon. But they've all lasted up to like 200,000 miles, which is super, super nice. So definitely a solid built car, and it will get you around, and it feels really good. But why don't we get to the end of this video and let's wrap this up for everyone. All right, guys, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed what you liked. Overall, she's a beautiful car, and if you want a big, oversized car, because this is bigger than the GLSs and the X7s and all that. So if you do want an oversized big car with good performance, good power, good usability, and just a comfy daily driver, you definitely want to give the Yukon Denali a look. But with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please give it a like. Please comment and let me know what you thought. Let me know what other cars you want to review, especially if you want to see more cars like this for sure. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to the man of the day, Noah. He's getting the cinematic shots done, the transitions. Thank you so much, Noah, for filming this video. And just like always, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.